A Black Friday quiz, which is better? One, paying $349 for a 1 month all access, or two, paying $244.30 for 1 month all access. The day after Thanksgiving, we want to continue giving thanks by giving all of our customers 30% off anything priced at $149 or more. A Black Friday sale was always a once-a-year chance to buy something at big discount, and this is it. Even better, we are running this promotion Black Friday through the end of Cyber Monday and making coupon code THANKS30 have unlimited uses. Whether it's a single sport package, a 30-day all access, a full season of college hoops, or a full 12 months from your favorite handicapper, you will save 30% with coupon THANKS30. You can fill your goodie bag as many times as you want until the clock strikes midnight on Monday.
What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Welcome in to another edition of the NBA Tip-Off Show, powered by WagerTalk.com. Hope your Thanksgiving was a profitable one here as we look to get back on the hardwood in the association tonight with 11 games scheduled on the card, and we are going to find some actionable games here, some edges for you. We're going to do it, of course, with the Friday crew here at the NBA Tip-Off Show, including Tony Mejia, Tony Finn, and Rob Vin in the house for you here, guys. Looking forward to getting back to the association here tonight. Had a nice little day off there on Thanksgiving, but time to get back to the action here. And Tony Mejia, what do you got going on right now? WagerTalk.com heading into the weekend here in the association.
Well, went 4-0 in the NBA on Wednesday, and going to try to stay hot with only the second 5% play I've released this season, so we'll try to stay perfect there. Went 1-0. That'll go off tonight. Got a 4% play that I'm going to give away on the show as my best bet, and probably some other goodies that I'll add in. College basketball today, too, and obviously college football. So then leading into a football weekend where I will have a college football 5% tomorrow and an NFL 5% on Sunday. So if you haven't acted upon that Black Friday special, now's a good time to get in on my services there. And then, just working on lots of games. So hope everybody's Turkey Day was a good one.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely great time. You mentioned it there for the Black Friday special. Thanks, 30 guys, 30% off any extended long package, season-long package, 30-day all-access package. Take advantage. Now would be a great time to do it heading into this weekend. And Tony Finn, you continue. The profits keep rolling in the NBA for you. Another good day, I believe, on Wednesday. What do you got locked and loaded for tonight?
42-24 on the season so far. So far, so good. A lot of season left, though, right, guys? Only 5 weeks in. Tonight, I have 3 games already locked, loaded. I have one that I really like, and it's a 2-play, one game where I've got 2. I have 2 plays within it, 2 basically propositions with inside one game. But you can get all 3. Or get all 3 games for $29, or you can, as you guys have suggested, this Black Friday special, get it that way. So looking forward to tonight. Got six college football, 6-pack tomorrow. NFL still a little wishy-washy on the final card there, but we'll get there.
All right. Well, let's get at it here, guys. Great card. And Rob Vino, we missed you on Wednesday there because I know you would have backed the Orlando Magic for the contrarian play of the day. I know you would have, my friend. But how was your Wednesday? And as sure as I'm sitting here, I guaranteed everyone Rob Vino was on the over in Portland, Sacramento. What's going on, my man?
Well, if Alvin Gentry's present on the sidelines, I'm probably present at the window. Yesterday was overall a good day. College football was the only setback there. The Ole Miss game, staying under the number. Now, sometimes it's a little bit. We try to get them out there early, especially on Thanksgiving week, and weather reports changed. That rain was not in the forecast when that play was released, so a little bit different. But NFL was good, spotless yesterday in the NFL, won everything, and a good college basketball day as well, profitable there. Tonight, college football still remaining on the cards. If you want to get involved in college football tonight, we're up and available right now. 3% play. 5% are up for tomorrow. And this is one that we liked early and got it up there real quick, Joe. So 5% play, plus an additional pair of 4% best bets already up for tomorrow's action. WagerTalk.com. NBA will go up as soon as this show is over. There's a potential for one college hoop play as well. I've gone very, very slowly into the college basketball season, watching more than I'm playing, and we'll see how this one goes tonight.
All right. Well, we do have a game here underway, guys, right now in the association with the Pistons and the Clippers, I believe. Early, just before the half, Clippers seem to be dominating that one. Shocker! Over the Detroit Pistons at home. However, we got 10 more games coming up here later today, and one of them will be our contrarian play and game of the day. And we are going to take a look at, and I don't believe we have looked at them yet. We did certainly look at them a lot last year. Let's take a look at the New York Knicks getting 3.5, taking on the Phoenix Suns here. The Monty Williams revenge game of sorts. Wasn't he the coach of the year, Monty? Yeah. No, he wasn't. That's right. Thibodeau was. That's right. 3.5 is what we are getting here. Suffice to say, 14 games, guys, in a row, I believe, here is what we've got with this Phoenix Suns team. And we know everyone's going to back the Phoenix Suns, or are they? We're going to see if we can't get a little Nick love here, maybe go the other way and back the home dog here. The New York Knicks getting 3.5. What do you think, Mejia?
Well, I mean, Suns haven't lost since you went out to Las Olas in your Halloween costume, whatever it is you were wearing. So it's been a long time. And yeah, playing really good basketball. They did it without DeAndre Ayton. Then he came back and they haven't missed a beat. So, I mean, really a basketball team that's gotten it done home and away. They took care of business against Dallas and Denver and went back out on the road and on this current trip. And did what they needed to do, despite the fact that they didn't cover against San Antonio and Cleveland, still pulled out those victories. Whereas the Knicks have been, kind of a really bad home team, especially with how excited they got those Knicks fans early with their great start. It started in that Toronto Huskies game, the 75th anniversary of the first NBA game ever. They played it at the Garden, and the Knicks choked away a halftime lead. And ever since then, they've really struggled at home. They've lost to Cleveland. They've lost to Milwaukee. They lost to Orlando just over a week ago. So their last home wins have been against the Rockets and the LeBron-less Lakers. So they'll try to get a third consecutive home win tonight against the Suns. And I'm not going to stand in the way of the contrarian god, so I'll just leave this one alone tonight because I do feel that the Phoenix Suns will take care of business. But it is a Friday night at Madison Square Garden. Lots of people, I'm sure, in town for the Thanksgiving holiday. It would be sold out regardless. But still, I think it's a Suns spot because the Suns are playing so much better than the Knicks. Knicks actually have two of their centers in doubt tonight with Taj Gibson nursing an injury and Mitchell Robinson dealing with an illness. Not sure if any news is broken on both playing, but obviously it would be advantageous to have both in the lineup to protect the paint against Ayton and Phoenix. But again, I'll stay away from this one. My lean total-wise would be on the under, since both of these teams do pride themselves on their defense.
Yeah, I mean, the injury report, kind of exactly what it was a couple of days ago, too. I believe Derrick Rose is on there along with Mitchell and Taj Gibson. And no Kaminsky, we know, for Phoenix there, Tony Finn. But if Phoenix... the Knicks are a three-point shooting team now. So there's always that opportunity of them getting hot. And all of a sudden now Phoenix has got to play catch-up here. So are you willing to take the 3.5 points and go with the contrarian Knicks tonight?
Well, I wish I could, because I'd sure like to agree to one of these contrarian plays. But maybe I shouldn't, because you've done pretty good with these contrarian plays. But I don't agree. I mean, here's what would have to happen, in my opinion, Joe, you guys, and that is that the Knicks would have to basically change stripes tonight. This is a team that last year didn't matter how many turnovers they created. They don't run. They don't get out in transition. And one of the ways to beat Phoenix is to beat them. They've been horrible in transition defense. They rank, I think, 26th, 27th or something in the league in transition defense. And they don't defend the three-point line as well. If there's two weaknesses, that's their Achilles. The Knicks, they're not shooting that great from three-point line. They're going to shoot from three-point line. They're going to have to hit close to 40% to win tonight and get a few. And listen, change your stripes. Push the pace against Phoenix. Other than that, the Phoenix team's won 14 straight, Joe. I'm not standing in front of that either. So there's your conundrum. Do you stand in front of a 14-0 run, or do you stand in front of the contrarian gods? I don't know.
Kind of hard to, I didn't know, Rob, but it appears that the Phoenix Suns are going to go undefeated this year. I did not know that. They were never going to lose a game for the rest of the year, which is shocking. I didn't know that was what was in the cards, but I do know 14 games, yes. I also know this is now their third game on the road, while the Knicks have only played, 6 games in 2 weeks, something along those lines. So I got a rested team at the Garden, home, taking on a team that might be a little road weary right now. What do you think, Rob?
They could, but they haven't been forced to play back-to-backs on this road trip, so a day in between every 1 for rest. So I would think Phoenix would be okay. The point about Phoenix not losing, Joe, remember last year how easy it was. If Phoenix wins, they'll cover. It's like 21, 22, 25 in a row, whatever it was, right? Just bet them. If they're going to win, they're going to cover. Not so easy this year. It started out that way. Their first 9 wins, they were 8-1 against the spread, almost perfect. But these last 6 wins, they're 1-5 against the number. Not real good. And maybe it shows a little bit of inflation in the price tag in these games where they've been favored and just haven't been able to get up and over the number as the power rating rises for the Phoenix Suns. Now, the best way to make sure that the contrarian gods lose is for me to agree with them and say the Knicks are the good side here. It's hard to do, but Tony did mention the weaknesses of that Phoenix team and the Knicks. I would need to have Derrick Rose. I think that's an important part of this. Tony mentioned the 2 centers, which means Nerlens Noel again. I think he was the only center who went the other night when they played and beat the LA Lakers. But in that game against the Lakers, the Knicks shot it well from 3. Emmanuel quickly, I think, hit 4 in the fourth quarter. And maybe that was the start of something, to the point of them not running anymore. It has taken on the look of a Tom Thibodeau team. The difference in totals results between these teams is crazy. I think the Knicks are 10-1 to the under their last 11 games. And Phoenix is 4-0 to the over in their last 4. So maybe Thibodeau has hit the brakes too much with pace on this team. It could, when you're shooting threes against a set half-court defense, it's a little more difficult than shooting them when the floor is broken up because you're playing with pace. So I think the Knicks do have an opportunity if they shoot the threes. And again, if I agree with contrarian gods, you could be sure Phoenix will cover this number. I didn't play the game, but I'm going to go with the contrarian gods tonight. I'll play the Knicks plus 3.5, and we'll see if Phoenix doesn't come in just because they hate me that much, Joe.
Mm-hmm. Maybe the smartest play you have made all month long, Rob Veno, there, as the New York Knicks getting to 3.5 at the Garden tonight is the contrarian play of the day. All right, let's take a look at our featured game here tonight that we're going to talk about, which is another extremely interesting game too as well. And I'm wondering where you guys are going to fall on this one, is the Minnesota Timberwolves, the red-hot Minnesota Timberwolves, taking on the Charlotte Hornets here. -3 as an opening line here for the Charlotte Hornets. I'm seeing 2.5s in a number of spots, so that has come down here. Minnesota getting a little love in the marketplace. 224.5 as an open. I'm seeing 226 here. So Tony Mejia, coming back to you here, my friend. Minnesota getting it done at home, now on the road in Charlotte. What do you think about this line movement?
Well, I mean, we should tip our hat to both of these teams, because if you're on vacation for a couple of months or you're new to this country and picking up the NBA, these two have really captured your attention. Charlotte's won 7 of 8. They've got one of the best young players in the league in LaMelo Ball. Minnesota's won 6 of 8. Anthony Edwards destroyed the Miami Heat single-handedly the other night to the point where he's become, especially when he's on, the best player on that roster, including Karl Anthony Towns. So it's just funny to see how these teams have really elevated their level of play over the past few weeks, and really getting it done against some quality teams. The Suns are the only team that have beaten Minnesota over the last few weeks, and that game was really tight. Minnesota is now covered 6 straight, and Charlotte getting it done, and really has done a nice job all season, moving the basketball, scoring in a season where points are down. Miles Bridges playing for a new contract and clearly earning it. Might be a max player by the time all is said and done. I mentioned Ball, and Terry Rozier has been the X factor of late, and when he's got it going, they're really tough to beat. So, I mean, essentially with what we have here is, do we respect Charlotte's ability to protect its home court against a Minnesota team that can run hot and cold on the road? They split at Staples on their last road trip. Before that, they lost at Golden State, got blown out there, and lost at Memphis, gave up 125 points. So I think it bodes well for Charlotte if they can get Rozier to continue to shoot the ball well, to not only win and cover this game because it's essentially a possession, but also give us one of those 120 to 115 games that we've missed so much because we really don't get those. They're, on a 10, 12 game night, we might get 2 games that are old school 2020 shootouts with the rules changes. So this might be a really attractive matchup. It is one of those games where you're really tempted to hope for that and shoot over. But I'm going to probably abstain from that. And if I touch this game, it would be Charlotte at home.
All right. Looking at Charlotte at home here. What about you, Tony? Finn, do you agree? Is Charlotte the way to go here in this matchup?
Well, I'll say this, and that is, if you look at the metrics in this, what you've described as Minnesota being red hot, they absolutely are. They and more than anything is that they haven't been themselves, or at least they haven't been who they've been for the last decade, or at least 5 years, and that is a defensive team. Their defensive metrics are really good during this stretch. It's not who they are. I'll say this. I think that a lot of this has to do with matchup. If you want to win and you want to beat Minnesota, the way you do it is you attack the rim. They're not that great. They don't protect the rim very well. Towns doesn't want to play defense. And guess what the Hornets do well? And Coach James for Charlotte is a smart guy. I think it's a well-coached team. They're going to attack the rim. About 30% of the shots by Minnesota opponents have been taken 4 feet in or at the rim. Several of those teams that have done that, Joe, have shot over 70% around the rim. What's Charlotte going to do tonight? They're going to attack the rim. As hot as Minnesota's been, it's hard to discount what Charlotte's done recently. So I would be, if I was in this room, I would be on the home team laying a short number. Joe, I think it's a valued play. I think under the market, at least under my market value for Charlotte against Minnesota.
All right, and there it is. I mean, Charlotte 5-game winning streak here. Certainly been very profitable to back here, Rob. They've found some defense. They found a nice happy balance, and Minnesota seems to be doing a pretty good job themselves. So what gives here tonight? Where are you looking?
Well, I think the injury situation helps Charlotte as well, right? P.J. Washington now back off an extended absence, doesn't show up on the injury report anymore. And Patrick Beverley, the key or linchpin to that Timberwolves defensive mindset, not in this game. So, those two are pretty big in favor of the Charlotte Hornets here. Minnesota's defense, you talked about going out on the road now, Joe. And during that homestand, it was terrific. And overall, they've allowed 101 or less in 5 of their last 6. And think of Minnesota allowing under 100 points to people. That's just crazy. But they've done it constantly at home. But then you go back, this is an interesting story because they started the year with that defensive mindset. And then you remember we were doing the show a couple weeks back and the coach said, we've let go of the rope defensively and had some real bad defensive games out on the road. Do we trust him here out on the road again, playing defense without Pat Beverly? I'm not sure. Um, Tony's right. One team's a little more dependent upon the outside shot than the other one is. And in that instance, you'd love to take the team that takes the better shots. That would be Charlotte. Both want to be in transition, but the unders have just been so predominant in both of their games. It's hard to get to a total over this amount. It wouldn't have been hard last year, but this year it's very difficult. The money's backing both first half over. I saw the first half over went from 113.5 all the way to 117. So somebody really loves it here. I'm not sure that I could get there. I think I would be with these two guys and play Charlotte.
All right, Charlotte, it is. Clean sweep here. All right, love it. Now it is time for our overtime segment, a game in which we'll take a look at the total if we can. And who better than the Memphis Grizzlies to talk about a total, right? Taking on the Atlanta Hawks. And boy, this one continues to climb up the market. 224.5 as an open, looking at 227s right now. Even that looks like 227.5. So it certainly has climbed up here over the last couple of hours. And Rob, I'll come to you here on this. Talk to me. Is this too much, or is it just over or not for you in this one?
Atlanta over on the road has been real good. I mean, we've talked about side perspective. Atlanta home, yes. Atlanta road, no. Our good buddy Ski Profit brought that to our attention real early in the year. But where totals are concerned and Atlanta defense has been concerned, Atlanta road defense has been horrendous. And no reason to think it gets any better here against Memphis, a team with all sorts of offensive firepower. Dylan Brooks back in the lineup as of last game, so you get him as well. They shoot 51% from the field against Toronto the other night, scoring 126. The problem with Memphis is offensively this year, they've been like a pendulum. They'll give you that really good game like we just saw, and then they'll give you one of those 36% from the floor nights. But I don't think it'll happen here against the Hawk defense, which again has been real poor on the road. Trae Young listed as probable in this game is a help. Bogdanovich seems to be questionable every single night, Joe, and yet he plays every single night. So I would figure him to be in as well, although Atlanta has plenty of shooters. And I'll tell you, we'll go back to this. It happened about a week and a half ago, but I still think it's important, and we have to always consider it in Hawks games where defense is involved. Losing DeAndre Hunter is a big deal. It was last year. It is this year because he's the best defensive player they have on that starting unit. Coming from that UVA pedigree, he was the one guy that could lock somebody down. The rest don't really acknowledge locking people down. I think I would have to agree with over here based on what Atlanta's shown us on road defense. And the Grizzlies, at some point in time, they're going to put the whole thing together offensively and give us more than just one game in a row with a good night. Maybe that night is here.
All right. Good stuff there. Talk to me, Tony Mejia. What do you think here? Is this Atlanta on the road? Memphis, not a lot of defense. Is it over or not for you?
I think it is. I mean, look, I just looked to see who the refs were. Sean Wright's the crew chief. I like him. He's fair. It's not going to be Tony Brothers. Let's blow the whistle every 5 seconds game. But look, we talked about it the other night in terms of value totals and games like Sacramento that would have been over 240 last season being at 224 and that being high for this year. Well, I think this is the case for this matchup as well. The Hawks can fill it up. The Grizzlies, obviously, at home. A Ja Morant, Trae Young point guard matchup. This would easily be 235, 236 if we were on last season's rules. And so we'll see what happens because right now Memphis has played the last 5 games all over the posted total. The last 2 have come in over for the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks on the road, completely different team that they are at home. They went from a 6-game losing streak, 5 of those games coming on the road, to a 6-game win streak. Most of those games coming at home. Only the Spurs win that they just succeeded in picking up the other night came on the road in that one. And I've got a best bet on this one, so I'll talk about that side aspect of this here in a few minutes. But as far as the total goes, yeah, I think it's going to be over or bust for me. I think Memphis responds simply because they have to. You go from winning in Salt Lake City and doing a really nice job down the stretch in that game to make plays, hit big shots, ride John Morant, and then you come back and you lose to shorthanded Toronto at home. Like something's going on there where you need consistency to be the team that you want to be. If you're Memphis, to take that step forward from being a team that surprised last year and was a nice story and getting past Golden State in the play-in round and pushing Utah early in that first round series to being a contender in the Southwest Division, which I expect them to be. I have them as my Southwest Division favorite over Dallas, and it's not coming to fruition right now because consistency isn't coming to isn't something that they've achieved yet. And as far as Atlanta goes, they've fallen behind Miami, they've fallen behind Washington due to their hot start. Have they figured something out? Both of these teams, I think, at this point, and Rob hit it on the head, offensive teams, because DeAndre Hunter isn't a part of the equation anymore. He had really transformed Atlanta into the team that Nate McMillan wants them to be. Without him out there to defend your best perimeter player, it essentially becomes, well, is Trae Young hitting shots and is Capella cleaning up on second chances, and do we have the pace up? And that's been the case over this current winning streak where they've scored 120, 129, 110, 115, 113, and 124 to notch all those victories.
So what do you think, Tony Finn here? Memphis has been at least consistently bad on defense, and it's not like Atlanta don't have their own issues on defense, especially on the road. So the market seems to think over is the way to go. Do you agree?
I would be on the over here without question. In truth, I would also be on Atlanta, though. I think Memphis at home. I don't think Memphis deserves to be a favorite over a lot of teams at home, especially a team that was just in. I know. Listen, Hunter's missing. Those guys are absolutely spot on, Joe. That he's the guy they need to be the defensive team that essentially put them in the conference finals last year. This Memphis team is abysmal defensively. I mean, horrendous defensively. The metrics are stupid bad. And to be a 1 point favorite, I guess it's not really a favorite, but they are a favorite. They're 1 point. I like Atlanta here tonight. They've been really good, really good. I mean, this 6-game winning streak they're on wasn't against monsters: Milwaukee, Orlando, Boston, Charlotte, Oklahoma City, and San Antonio. However, they won, and they won by some margin. And their offensive numbers have gotten so much better that it would be Atlanta and definitely over the total.
Time to look over the total in the Memphis-Atlanta game. That is our overtime matchup. Now it is time to bring back our new segment here on the NBA Tip-Off Show, where it's all, and I mean all, about the dogs. And the question is, which one of these is going to be your dog? Hit it, Robert.
That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. And anybody got to say anything, you let me know. That's my dog.
Still one of the best graphics going here. Let's take a look at those dogs here today. We got a few of them on the board. Obviously, Timberwolves, Knicks, Magics, Hawks, Raptors, the Thunder, the Spurs, the Pelicans, the Nuggets, the Blazers, and the Kings. So, Tony Mejia, we'll start with you. Which one of these might be your dog for tonight?
Well, despite no Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the team that I want to back and knock out Debo in this case would be the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have covered 5 straight times, 4 of which have come as an underdog, including the Utah Jazz last time out. And look, they're doing it with Josh Giddey now as the primary catalyst with SGA out, and Lugan Stortz, who's playing really well offensively. When he's hitting shots on one end, you know what you're going to get with his on-ball defense. It's a pretty formidable group, and they try really hard. And that's all you can hope for a team that's typically getting double digits. So, that's my dog for tonight. Washington, a little wishy-washy of late. So we're going to go ahead and take the points and ride the Thunder to hopefully pick up a 6th consecutive spread victory.
6, yep. Yeah, well, like I said, it ain't broke, don't fix it. Always looking for a good dog here. And Rob, Veno, I'll come to you. Which one of these might be your dog for tonight?
Well, I'll take the most points available and head for New Orleans. Plus
Yeah!
13 and a half against Utah. I give you a couple of reasons why. Let me just say this for New Orleans. That last game they played, where they won big over the Washington Wizards, was the first time in quite a while that they had the starting five that they really intended to have. They had been without Brandon Ingram for a ton. He came back. Devontae Graham went down for a few. And then finally they both came back together. And they put up 127 against a Washington Wizards team that had been playing really good defense. Willie Green just subtly is inserting a little bit of a defensive mindset. Remember when he was with Phoenix last year as an assistant, their motto heading into the season was be a pest on every possession. That was like their catchphrase, be a pest on every possession. And Phoenix was real good defensively first half of the year. New Orleans, in 3 of their last 5 from 3-point range, has allowed 24%, 23%, and 22.5%. Utah shoots a lot of threes. And if they can defend the 3 well tonight, that makes that 13 a lot larger. Utah has not been the greatest at consistently covering spreads. They're usually double digits. They haven't covered their last 2. They haven't covered in 4 of their last 7 as a favorite. So there's vulnerability there with the Utah Jazz. It's the first road game on this trip for the Pelicans. It's the first of a back-to-back between these two. Going to see the same exact game tomorrow night. I think New Orleans probably brings it here, and we'll take the 13 and a half.
I love it. Take the 13 and a half with the New Orleans Pelicans. That is Rob Veno's dog. Tony Finn, one dog. Yeah. I know it says dogs, but we're talking about one dog here on the card here, Finn. Which is it?
I'm sorry, but your new graphic does say dog. It is singular, so we will get one dog here now. I'm going to go. Listen, I agree with the other Tony, and I thought Washington, as poorly as I thought they had been playing, a lot of their metrics they've been fine defensively, but offensively they're really challenged. This team is challenged beyond measure, and they're not shooting very well. But I played them the last game they were in New Orleans because, you know, if there's a couple 3 teams that are so bad right now in the league, one of those was New Orleans. Mm-hmm. But Mr. Robbie, he mentioned also that they're getting a little healthier, so that's the case. However, it's Oklahoma City that's being undervalued here, and soon we're not going to get some of the value we're getting, at least market value on Oklahoma City. This is a team that, you know, they're 10-2 against the number in November, 10-2. Now, it was just a while back. I was looking at some old lines, guys, and Oklahoma City was getting 7.5. I think it was 7.5 or 6.5 from Miami 10 days ago in the same situation. Now they're getting 7.5 from Washington. So are you telling me is Oklahoma City are they ready to be beaten? Are they getting ready to bounce? Or is Washington a point better than Miami? I say Oklahoma City is a play tonight, getting the points as my dog.
Woo! OKC, you're all a bunch of wuss asses, all right? I can't believe not nobody went with Portland to take care of business for once in a blue moon on the road. Come on, give me the point. Screw you, Golden State. All right, there you got it there, guys. Now it is time, of course, 60 seconds on the clock. When you put it all together, 11 games on the card, 10 now as the Clippers are smoke. I'm glad none of you went with the Pistons for a dog, by the way, tonight. That was a great job. We're very well thought out by all 3 of you there as they're down by 25 right now. So, all right, 60 seconds on the clock. Go ahead, Mejia. Give us that best bet. Where are you going here tonight?
Just wondering how the odds makers got a hold of whatever it is the Pistons did for Thanksgiving yesterday, because this line was bloated as far as I was concerned. And when it's bloated like that, I really took a hard look at the Clippers. I said, nah, it's too early in the day. I'll just stay away. And the Clippers, the Pistons are shooting 34% right now. And it's not even like Grant's out of the lineup. So somebody knew something there. Here, my best bet here is a 4% play. I'll have other goodies in my pick pack for the 5% plus, and obviously you can get the 5% standalone. But a 4% play will be the Memphis Grizzlies money line over the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks are 1-8 on the road this season. They just come off a victory over San Antonio. The Grizzlies have been terribly inconsistent, but they are 6-3 at home. And this is a game where I don't know what they did yesterday for Thanksgiving dinner, but after John Moran gave thanks, he better said, "Hey, we need to take care of business on Sunday." So,
I love it. All right, here we go. Tony Finn, you got 60 seconds, my man. Where are you going here tonight?
Let's go to the San Antonio and Boston Celtics game.
Ooh.
And while we know that Boston is still kind of in transition, new coach, some players have been injured, some COVID issues early in the season, kind of a messy situation for them. However, I expect to see Jaylen Brown in the game tonight. He's been slowly coming back to that because of that hamstring injury, not 100%. Josh Richardson, Robert Williams doesn't look like they may go, and they may not. However, we spoke on this show about how good San Antonio had been defensively, but they couldn't shoot very well. And McDermott, who was their best shooter, happened to be out that day. That's the case tonight, except for San Antonio. Dropped 6 straight, 2-9 straight up, 4-7 against the spread in November, a -6 net rating. What was once a reliable, decent, capable defense, 116 per 100 tonight. It is Boston minus that short number over the who knows who we're going to get.
Oh, I know what you're going to get.
Okay.
Nice kick in the ass is what you're going to get. That's for sure. They're not going to get back San Antonio. All right, Rob, talk to me, my man. 60 seconds on the clock. It's just awful team. Tell me what you got here tonight. Best bet.
Yeah, let's go back to our overtime segment, Joe. I think Atlanta-Memphis over is the right side here. You know, one thing to add to everything we've already said, Memphis's three-point defense is atrocious as of late. 8 of their last 10 games, they've given up 40% or better from beyond the arc. And Atlanta's got some shooters that can fill it up. So the Memphis side can score their share. We talked about Atlanta's defensive woes on the road. I think the Atlanta side will get theirs. I do expect Bogdanovich to play again. He's on that injury report almost every night as questionable. And without Hunter, we talked about a lot of this already. I just think this game gets up and over. Tony mentioned there's probably some value this year that we didn't see last year in a line on a game like this. Give me Atlanta, Memphis over the number. I couldn't argue anybody that wanted to play first half over as well.
Ooh.
So maybe you double end that game.
Oh, I like that. All right. Well, first half full game. We haven't had one of those in a while. How come nobody's picking the first half? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's our contrarian play of the day. All right, let's recap it one more time here for you guys. And here's what you got. Tony Mejia says, give me that Thunder +7. That's my dog here for tonight. His best bet is the Grizzlies at home, laying 1 against Atlanta. Tony Finn's dog, he too liked the Thunder. Woof. Boy, oh boy, the Thunder undervalued. Best bet, the Celtics taking on that G League team known as the San Antonio Spurs. And Rob Veno's dog, give me as many points as you can with the Pelicans because Lord knows he's going to need it. The best bet, he's going to go Hawks Grizz over 226.5. And for the first time, we have an actual first half full game over situation here with the Hawks and Grizzlies for Rob and our contrarian play of the day. We are looking at the New York Knicks to get the job done at home in the Garden tonight against that 14-0 now Phoenix Suns team. And there you got it. Loaded card here tonight in the association, guys. Also, loaded weekend altogether here in the sports world. Now would be a great time for you to take advantage of the Black Friday special right now. That's right. Thanks 30 is the code to remember. Thanks 30 will give you 30% off any long-term package of $149 or greater. You get 30% off that. That includes 30-day all-access packages, full season, half-season packages, the opportunity to invest not only and partner with guys like Tony Mejia, Tony Finn, and Rob Veno, but invest in yourself happens right now here on this Black Friday. Take advantage of it, guys. Thanks 30. Visit Rob Veno. Tony Mejia, Tony Finn. Visit their page. Use that code, guys, and hop on board. Grab the rest of their NBA season here, and we can all bask in the profits as they continue to roll in. And that'll do it. Make sure you hit that bell in the upper right-hand corner here on this Friday, guys. Remember, we'll be back again on Monday with another edition of the NBA Tip-Off Show. And in the meantime, on behalf of Tony Finn, Tony Mejia, and Rob Veno, guys, we appreciate the support. We hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. Let's make it a profitable weekend. Good luck with your plays, guys. We'll talk to you again on Monday.
A Black Friday quiz, which is better?
I've been looking for
1, paying $3.49 for a 1 month all access, or 2, paying $244.30 for 1 month all access. The day after Thanksgiving, we want to continue giving thanks by giving all of our customers 30% off anything priced at $149 or more. A Black Friday sale was always a once-a-year chance to buy something at big discount, and this is it. Even better, we are running this promotion Black Friday through the end of Cyber Monday and making coupon code THANKS30 have unlimited uses. Whether it's a single sport package, a 30-day all access, a full season of college hoops, or a full 12 months from your favorite handicapper, you will save 30% with coupon THANKS30. You can fill your goodie bag as many times as you want until the clock strikes midnight on Monday.